a pleasure to be here. Once again, my name is Micky Smith Jr. And truly this is an incredible event. Just seeing the room filled and the energy. Had a chance to meet a few folks before we got started, and I'd be remiss if I didn't first just say thank you. Thank you for trusting me with the opportunity to be before you today. Carmen, thank you so much. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you today. And the great thing is, even though I'm from down the street, so to speak, I feel like I'm at home because I see so many friendly faces. I see at least 10 folks in here tonight that I have personal relationship with. And anytime you come to a place and you feel like you're home, that's a special thing. And for me, a place called home is a thing called music. And today I definitely want to share with you a little bit about what makes all of our journeys so significant and why this moment is so powerful. But if I can first, I would like to share a little bit of song with you. For me, music is critical to what I do. When I'm not in front of you guys, I'm usually in front of a very, very, I can call them anything. I usually call them the midget mafia, the middle school mafia. It's a tough crowd, you know, those adolescents. I'm a teacher. And I tell you, you can con, you can fool a fool, but you can't kid a kid, I'm telling you. Sometimes that's the toughest audience. And it's definitely good to be in the room with folks over the age of 12. I'm just saying. was diagnosed with an acute respiratory condition when he was a kid. They said he couldn't do that. I share that with my students because I believe it's important we understand that our diagnosis is not the end of the story. That if you keep going, amazing things can happen. When you look at me, you're looking at a little fellow who grew up in a little town, didn't have a lot of opportunities. I was a C&D student in 6th grade. But in 8th grade, I was student of the year. So how do you make that transformation? You're looking at a fellow, if you look at the report card, I had to kind of giggle at it a while back, because on the report card, the teacher said, I don't know about this fellow. He talks way too much in class. He draws too much in class. And he's always making noise. He's always making music. Little did I know growing up, I'd be paid to talk too much. I have a book to my credit that I authored and illustrated, inspiring our young people to keep on going. And that music thing might have panned out. I don't know. I share that because, again, sometimes our deficiencies are actually our gifts in disguise. And I'm speaking to a room full of entrepreneurs. I'm speaking to a room of folks who maybe don't always do it the conventional way. There's something special about an individual that can create nothing or create something from nothing. It takes a certain level of creativity and understanding, empathy, and understanding of others, and just that tenacity to make things work. There's so much gifting in this room today. You heard my sound, but I believe everybody has a sound. It may not be a saxophone necessarily, but everyone has a unique personal significance, something that they bring to this world that no one else can bring quite like you do. See, your sound is as unique as the thumbprint that you possess. And I believe that each and every one of us has a sound. So today, I'm not speaking to an audience. I believe I'm speaking to a symphony, an ensemble. You're what makes our community incredible. Not in and of yourself, but together. I believe we're better when we band together. That's what I believe in. That's what I see each and every day. And when I go places around the country, I always tell folks I'm from Louisiana. I tell them I'm representing the blues. This is home for me. And that's powerful because a lot of times folks come down here and they know about the food, they know about the culture, but our greatest resources are people. So when I see a room like this of individuals who have attained that level of success, but then don't keep it to themselves, pay it forward, play it forward, pour it into that next generation. And I believe every child is one sound adult away from discovering the sound of success. It's so easy to be average in today's society that when we see young people that are stepping up and putting forth that extra effort, that speaks a lot, not only to them, but the families they represent too. And we commend you today, parents and families, for supporting them. It takes a village, more so now than it ever has before. When I teach these young people, I'm reminded that what I do is not just teach them music. Oh yeah, I've been recognized and honored by the Grammys for my music education. I've been a Teacher of the Year candidate and winner. But I don't say that to impress you. I say this to impress upon you the fact that none of that stuff matters. I've never had a kid come back to me later and say, Mr. Smith, you made the difference because of your credentials. It has. I've been waiting. It hasn't happened yet. The stats are nice, I'm telling you, but the kids don't care. They don't care. See, I believe the classroom is a lot like the business world, in that our job is not necessarily the bottom line or to make sales. Our job is engagement. We're trying to engage. And when I'm in the classroom, my job is not to teach, but it's to reach. It's not to instruct, but it's to inspire. And we can do that a number of different ways. For me, that opportunity comes with each opportunity. And I tell my kids all the time, every opportunity is another opportunity for another opportunity. That's what I see. I don't see problems. I see opportunities. Every child that comes in, I see another opportunity. And I believe that they understand and they feel that. There's an old adage that says, preach at all times, but when necessary, use words. Kids don't care how much you know until they what? Know how much you care. Again, you can con a con. You can fool a fool. But you can't kid a kid. And the people that we serve, our patrons, our clients, our customers, they're the same too. We live in a society more than ever that really doesn't care about the product as much as they care about the the person that stands behind that product. So I tell my young people all the time when I'm working with them, make sure that your sound resonates and that your sound is true. Make sure that your sound is what it is, not only in the classroom, but make sure you represent yourselves honorably outside the classroom. I started off with that song, I Will Always Love You, because at the end of the day, we should be showing love. We should be showing support. That's what tonight is all about. That's what these incredible honorees represent. They represent the love from their families. They represent the love of their community. These businesses, that's a labor of love. How many of y'all know there's parts that no one sees, there's parts that no one knows. There's work and labor that doesn't always show. The average person doesn't know what goes into it. Folks, they see this horn, they see the shine, but they don't understand the time that you got to work at this. It's a craft. You got to grind it out, so to speak. And I tell my students that I don't mind being transparent with them and being honest. In the first days, I'm going to be honest with you, everybody loves my music class the first week. So they figure out they got to practice. What? It doesn't just play itself? Nah, you got to work it. It doesn't work unless you work it. So I begin to tell them the story about how I got started. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'll tell you like I tell the kids, my first sounds, I got to be honest, my first sounds were amazing on this instrument. I put that horn in my lips, my grandma bought the horn for me. And my whole family gathered around. Nobody had played before me. I had nobody to look to. I was figuring this thing out as I went. Much like many of my business owners who stepped out that first time. You figure this out daily. And I put that horn in my lips, and I'll be honest, the first sound was amazing. Amazingly terrible. It was bad. It was bad. But watch this. The next thing that happened made such an impact in my life. It changed everything for me. My mom stepped in, and she looked at me and she said, "Son, I see something special in you. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know this. If you keep on going, you'll be successful." The only problem with that is, when she said that, she walked over to the front door, she opened it, and she said, "Son, I see something special in you. I don't know what it is, but if you keep on going, outside, if you keep on going, you'll be successful." You can't make that noise in here. They kicked me out the house, y'all. That's not like somebody's parent in here. I'm being real with you. They sent me outside. So there I am. I go outside the door. I get on the front steps, and I put that horn in my lips because I'm not a quitter, y'all. I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to give up on it. And I said, I'm going to make this thing play. My mom stuck her head out the door, and she said, "Son, keep on going." I said, "That's the driveway." She said, "I know." Yo. So I walked down the driveway. I get all the way down the driveway. We grew up in a rural setting, a little town. It's not even there anymore. It's gone, but at the time it was called Mossville, Louisiana. A little bit town, about that big. And so I go down the driveway, and I put that horn in my lips. Watch this. I didn't even get a sound out on the horn. My mom miraculously sticks her head out the window, and she says, "Hey, keep on going." I said, "Mama, that's the woods across the street." She said, "I know, go." True story. Sent me across the street to the woods. So there I am in the woods, forest for our sophisticated folks out there. I'm out here in the woods, and I'm playing this horn, but I'm going to tell you this. That moment taught me so much about everything else. And I'm speaking to a room right now. I think that can connect with what I'm about to say. See, sometimes when you're doing something that has not been done before, young people, business owners, when you're doing something that you have not seen done before, sometimes you don't have anybody to lean on. Sometimes you got to do some crazy stuff like encourage yourself. So when I was out there in the woods, I have to say these words to myself. I'm a teacher, y'all, so I need participation. When I point to you, I want y'all to say, "Keep on going." Keep on going. That's what I'm talking about. One more time. Keep on going. So when I point to you, I need you to say that. When I be out there in the woods, sometimes the note wouldn't come out. Keep on going. That's what I had to tell myself. Keep on going.
could say, I tried it twice. Man, I've been working on this so long, I don't think it's getting better.
Where were y'all at in the woods, man? Nobody was clapping. That made a good story, but nobody was clapping. And I tell my students that, and I explain to them that sometimes the thing that looks the way it looks is not really the way it looks, because that season, that time of isolation, was actually an opportunity for elevation. And now I stand in a time of celebration, but it all stems back from my ability to do what? But I'm already talking to a room that knows that. You got to keep on going to get where you want to be. And the fact is, I eventually made my way back to that house. They didn't open up the door. Not initially. But one day, I was out there playing, and I tell you that specifically because for me, I love the process. I tell my students that success is not a destination, it's a direction. If you can get lost and fall in love with the process, then you never have to work a day in your life. I haven't worked in years. Don't tell my school system that, but you know what I mean. I haven't worked in years because they don't know what I'm doing right now. I do it for free. If it weren't for those mouths I have to feed at home. I have a Feed the Children Foundation at the house. You gotta take care of it. So I tell the students, when I was out there, I was just practicing because I loved it so much. I didn't even notice that one day my dad came home from work, as he often would. My dad was a longshoreman. He worked at the docks. One time I made a D in chemistry. That was the last D I ever made because my dad decided to bring me to work with him. I was like, sweet! I had no idea what my dad did. Anybody knows what longshoremen are, like working the docks? Okay, they throwing 100, 110 pound sacks all day long. You think your car is hot when you park it at the mall? Okay, them box cars been sitting there for like months. It's tangible heat. And you gotta work in that. I was like, no. After I finished that week, I was like, I need to go to college. I need air conditioning. Well, my dad came home that day, and he walks into the house, and I wasn't aware of what was happening, but I understand later that when he walked in, that same woman who told me to keep on going now said, do you hear him? My dad goes, yeah, I hear him. Boy, never stops. He just keeps on going. He never stops practicing. She said, no, listen, shh. He actually sounds good. Again, this is all hearsay. I wasn't there to hear it because I was outside, lost in the process. And young people, I'll tell you this, many decisions made about you will happen when you're not in the room. So never forget, your ability to get lost in that positive process will ultimately open up doors of opportunity for you later. And that's what happened for me. The next thing I remember is the door opened. And they said, come in. Man, why did they say that? It was on them, man. You couldn't tell me anything. I said, oh, man. I tell you that because right now, even sharing the story with you, I can picture that moment so vividly. I've been awarded and recognized, but my parents opening up that door meant more to me and still means more to me than just about anything that's happened in my life, because when they opened up that door, it's like they said, I see you. They were saying, you're loved, you're valued, you're wanted. Bob is over there killing the game right now. I'm just be honest. Bob got me doing like the Grammys and stuff, man. Like the transitions is smooth, everything. You never notice some things until they aren't there. Yeah, Bob, much love, much love. And me and Bob met earlier during what we call the sound check. We made sure everything was tight. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. And each day, I make sure that I do a personal sound check. And I want to share with you what the sound is. Sound is an acronym. S stands for see yourself beyond yourself. And whether it's in the classroom or in the boardroom, I believe the greatest thing that you can do is see beyond. I tell my students all the time that your posture causes you to prosper. In essence, a giraffe and a turtle can occupy the same space. But a giraffe will see things and eat from places a turtle could never even dream of. There's nothing wrong with the turtle. He just doesn't have that perspective. He doesn't have that length. He doesn't have that posture. So when you can position yourself to see things that others can't see, then you become incredibly valuable. Make a practice of seeing beyond your limitations, seeing beyond maybe your own shortcomings, seeing the community that you serve. Because when you see the people more than you see the product, then the product takes care of itself. The next thing is operate in optimism and excellence daily. That one's tough. I know this because there's a place called social media. And when I go to it, I don't see a lot of optimism and excellence. I'm just being real with you. It's almost like a dumping ground. And what happens is that social media begins to permeate our society. And now we see a lot of that in everyday actions. That's why to talk about ethics in a room like this and to model that for our young people, how powerful is that? It's incredible. So I tell folks, operate in optimism and excellence each day. Somebody said, Micky, what are you talking about? Fake it till you make it? Make it. For other folks, you talk about faith it till you make it? Nothing wrong with that. But I want you to consider this. Face it till you make it. Because what you have in you is greater than anything that can come against you. Next is utilize all available resources. Utilize all available resources. Oftentimes I think about the Wright brothers. I can't even imagine what was that like, telling people, we're going to fly. To folks that have never seen a plane before. See, we say that today, you're like, oh, we just need to roll out to Seattle or wherever Boeing is, right? Go out to Northwest and make a plane, because that's what they do. But where do you make a plane when a plane's never been made before? Well, if you ask the Wright brothers, you make it in a bicycle shop. What are you saying? Utilize what you have. Utilize all available resources. Don't worry about what you don't have. It's not a matter of what's lost. Because I hear a lot of people saying that too. Hey, I lost this, I'll never be able to recover. Don't look at what's lost, look at what's left. Because again, what you have is enough. You're looking at a little fella that came from a little town that a lot of people overlooked. And now they come back like, man, we knew you were going to make it. No, you did. But it's great to say. I appreciate it. Because nobody really expected a lot from that particular place where I came from. But what people didn't realize is there was so much heart in that place. You can't quantify that. That's why I say what's inside of you is greater than anybody can measure. You just have to believe. And then after utilizing all available resources, here's a big one, and we're losing this one fast. Nourish relationships. Isn't it ironic that with almost 8 billion people, and with social media that can connect, I think it's something like 4 billion or 5 billion people of the 8 billion, that people feel lonelier now more than ever. I look at young people and sometimes they can't even look you in the eye. They can't make eye contact. They can't conversate. Oh, I'm telling you folks, the young and young at heart, that your ability to engage, to educate, and to elevate in that personal manner is going to distinguish you. Because it can't just be about facts. Because if it's just about facts and figures, I hate to break it to you. They got this thing called Google. It's going to beat you every time. I tried to beat it. Google is smarter than me. But what Google and what AI can't do, it can't have that human element yet. It can't have that personal element. I ask kids, what's the difference? Why do you enjoy this class so much? And 9 times out of 10 when I talk to a child about a class they enjoy, it's because of the experience. I challenge you right now. Think about your favorite teacher. Take a second. Think about it. I promise you, when you thought about that individual, you did not think about what they taught you first as much as you felt the way they made you feel. You remember the way they made you feel more than what they taught you. And I'm telling you, in this season of social media, this season of technology and information, don't lose the heart. Connect with others, nourish relationships, because life moves at the speed of relationships more than anything. And this opportunity, young people, you're in this room today, you connect and network with folks. The business owners, y'all understand that. That's why we're here today. Let's teach our young people the value of networking. And then finally, D, the most important letter in the word sound. It says simply, don't stop. I know y'all looking for something deep, but I'm gonna be real with you. Don't stop. I was just talking to somebody earlier today. Matter of fact, I think I was talking to Brothers Construction. Yeah, we were talking about that. The most important thing you can do in this journey called success is not quit. It's not give up. Because I've seen it so many times. You're right there at the cusp of it. I used to run cross country and track. I wasn't better than everybody else. I just was more stubborn. I just had more tenacity, right? I was so stubborn, I was literally gonna die before I just let you pass me up. And you know what? I came out pretty good on that. We had a few little district championships and everything else, just based off of the fact that I made up my mind that I was gonna attain something special. There's nothing special about me. I just set my mind to something special. Don't quit, don't give up. Or like Mama said, y'all know I'm a teacher, I had to bring it back. Like Mama said, keep on going. Your success is there. If you just don't quit, if you just don't faint, you'll get that reward. But it comes in a season. It comes at a particular time. You just got to keep going. So every day we get this opportunity to create a sound. I challenge you today to ask the question, what's your sound? Y'all say that with me. Say, what's your sound? Look at the person next to you. Say, what's your sound? What's your sound? Yeah. You better find out, because I'm telling you, there's some unique personal significance in this room today. And sometimes we think we know somebody. When you saw me today, you saw the saxophone, you thought you knew my sound, but really my sound is my ability to engage, to educate, to elevate. And you wouldn't know that if you hadn't taken time to hear the sound. So I ask you again, what's your sound? Every day we get an opportunity to live out our sound. Every day we are the symphony that can change the world. As I close with this, I let you know about a student I once had. And every day I meet my students at the door and I greet them as they come in. And I need you to understand there's so many of our students that come to school with two backpacks. There's one backpack you can see, and there's another backpack that's invisible. And they're carrying so many things that you couldn't even imagine. There are children that are dealing with problems that will cripple or crush adults. And every day they show up to school with that backpack. And I believe the effective teachers are those that know how to unpack that backpack and allow them to experience this thing called life in a way that's appropriate for a young person. And on this particular day, I'm at the door and I'm greeting them. I usually say, good morning, how you doing? I wave at them. I give them dap. I don't do handshakes. It's middle school. I give them dap and let them in. But on this day, this young person walked up to my classroom and she had her head hung a little low. And I looked at her and I said, hey, I see you. She hung her head a little bit lower. So what I did was I got down there with her because I'm stubborn. I'm like, you're not going to ignore. I got something good for you today. And I said, hey, I see you. She looked up a little bit. She smiled, a little crooked smile. She put her head back down and walked into the band hall. Never said another word. We went about our day. Didn't think anything more of it. 4 years later, before the Grammys, before anything, before the Today Show, before any of this stuff that I've been so blessed and privileged to experience, I was like so many teachers and so many business owners. And I felt like quitting. I said, man, this thing ain't working. I just keep giving, and I don't really see where the benefit of the reward is coming. And there's so many folks out there that feel like that at times. It doesn't make you a bad person, you're just human. And I decided, I went home that day, I was going to write my letter of resignation. I sat down at the table with my paper and my pen. Coincidentally, I came home that day, checked the mail, and I got 3 handwritten letters in the mail. When's the last time you got a handwritten letter? That just doesn't happen. Or sometimes you get one and it's the trick. Have y'all ever seen those, they get so fancy with the printing out, it looks handwritten, you're like, they got me, right? So I looked at it, I said, oh, this is actually handwritten. So I opened it up. It was from 3 students who were given a task by a 12th grade teacher. And that task was, I need you to think about the most impactful person in your school career. Could be teacher, counselor, custodian, principal, whoever. Most impactful. Cafeteria worker, bus driver, anybody. And I want you to write them a thank you letter. 3 students wrote me a letter that year. But here's the crazy part. Not one of those 3 students continued with the subject that I taught. Man, think about that. That was a powerful moment for me because it was a reminder that it's not solely about the subject matter, but it's about showing the young person that they matter. As we search for love, we all need warmth of a smile. There's a sound that is so sweet when we hear, child, you belong. So let our words of love flow freely, like a river strong. Let us the sound to change the world. Let us the sound to change the world. Let us the sound to change the world. Oh, let us be. Oh, let us be. Can you hear the sound, heartbeat of that motherless child? As we search for love, we all need warmth of a smile. There's a sound that is so sweet when we hear, child, you belong. So let our words of love flow freely, like a river strong. I think I'll let it sound. Let us be that sound to change the world. Won't you be that sound? Oh, change the world. Oh, let us be that sound.